You just have to double click on this icon to open the software. This is how Scratch software looks like. It is mainly divided into three parts. On the left hand side over here we can see there is a palette section. These colorful dots are nothing but palettes. Inside each and every palette we can see there are numerous colorful blocks available. With the help of this block, we can write a code for our project. Now, as we all know, Scratch is a drag and drop programming software. So, we can drag few blocks from the palette section and we can drop it over here in the script area. So, this section, which is available exactly at the center of the screen, is known as the script area where we are going to write code for our project. Now, on the right hand side over here, you can see there is one orange color cat is available. So, any character present on this area is known as a sprite. This area is known as a stage area. So, what all projects, games, animations, or interactive story we will make, we can see its output over here on the stage area. This is the option to maximize your output screen, and you can click on this option again to minimize your output screen. This green flag is used to start your project and red button is to stop your project. Now, if you don't want this orange color cat, if you want to select any other sprite, then you can click on this option. Over here, the very first option is to choose a sprite. If you will click on this option, you can see there is a by default sprite library available. On top, you can see there are different categories like animals, people, fantasy, dance. You can select any sprite of your choice. For that, you just have to click on that particular sprite and that character or that sprite will get added over here. Now, the second option is to paint your own sprite. If you want to paint your own sprite in your own way, if you want to add colors of your choice, then you can go for this method. You just have to click on this option. Over here you can see there are different tools and color palette is available using which you can paint your own sprite. So let's say you are making Angry Bird game, so you want to paint Angry Bird sprite. For that you can click on the circle option. From this you can select any color for your Angry Bird sprite. So let's say I am selecting red color. Then you can draw a circle shape like this. You can select this line tool and you can make different shapes. So let's say now I am making eye for my Angry Bird. So with the help of this circle and black color, you can draw small eye for your Angry Bird sprite. Over here you can see in this sprite list, your Angry Bird sprite is available. You can go back to main screen by just clicking on this code option. So we have total 3 sprites available. So for example, if you want to delete this orange cat and Angry Bird sprite, then first you have to select that particular sprite and then you can click on this cross button to delete it. So let's say now I want to delete the Angry Bird sprite. So first you have to click on that sprite and then you can delete it. Now the background picture
Hello. Hello. Am I audible? Yes. So, any doubt in this first video, anyone? Till now, everything you understood? Any children, any doubt till now? So, this is just a basic explanation we are going on right now. We are understanding the basic layout and everything, and then we'll start with the coding. So, till now, you understood what is there in the Scratch software. So, the software which you are using is name of the software is a Scratch software. Then, what are we doing? Is there any issue? Everyone can hear? Anyone, any doubt? You can show me thumbs up if you're understanding. Okay, otherwise you can do like this if you're understanding. I guess many children have a habit of doing this, right? Okay, that's great. That's great. So we are using the Scratch software. In this Scratch software, we have some layouts. Okay, so where we are writing the code, we are writing the code in the center part of the Scratch software. So what that area is called as a script area. What it is called as a script area. Okay, then on the right hand side we had the cat sprite, right? So that sprite, what all the character you select for that game, animation, whatever you are going to make, that each character will be called as a sprite. What each character will be called as a sprite, just repeat it with me in your mind. Okay, then on that area, that stage area, what we saw right now, the background is plain white color, but yes, you can add the background also. We'll learn that also. Okay, now sprite, either you can add by yourself, you can paint it also, you saw that, right? Now, is there any limitations on adding the number of sprite, or you can add as many you want? Yes, children? Anyone wants to say anything? Raise your hand if you want to say anything. Any doubt? Anybody? If you have doubt, you can raise your hand. No doubts? Any doubt? Anyone? Oh, that's great. So that's fine. So and so you can add as many sprite you want. There is no limitation on adding the sprite, number of sprite. Based on your requirement, you can add. So I guess everyone must be knowing the Subway Surf game. It is very famous, right? Subway Surf, Angry Bird, or maybe Candy Crush. You must have played all these games, right? Any one of these games. So in all the game, we have different characters, right? See, all these games are not made on the Scratch software, definitely, but yes, Scratch software we can try to make the similar, smaller version of that particular game by adding such characters. So all the game have n number of characters. You can program each of them separately. We'll see how to do it. Okay. So I'm again sharing a screen with you all. We'll move further. Okay. So till now, no doubts, right? I guess nobody's raising hands, so I assume that there is no doubt.
In Scratch is known as a backdrop. So as of now, we have plain white background. If you want to add a nice background picture, then you can click on this option. The very first option is to choose a backdrop from the backdrop library. Over here you can see there are different categories. So for example, if you are making any animation related to dance or music, then you can go inside this particular category and you can select your favorite background picture. Similarly, you have option to paint your own backdrop. So you can click on this option and with the help of these tools, you can paint your own backdrop. So let's consider you want to make Super Mario game, but the sprite required for Super Mario game is not available in this sprite library and it's very time consuming to paint the Super Mario sprite. So we have one option to upload this sprite. You can go to Google and search for Super Mario image. You can download that particular image and you can save it in your computer. Then you can click on upload sprite option, select that particular image. By doing this, that particular image will get added over here in Scratch and you can use it as a sprite. So let's see how it works. First thing is we will go to our web browser. So I'm using Google Chrome as my web browser. Over here, you can search for your image. So let's say I want Mario image. Click on images. From this, you can select your favorite image. So let's say I want to add this particular image as a sprite. So you click on this image, then you have to right click on it and select save image as. Now I want to save this image on desktop, hence I am selecting desktop. The file name is too big, so instead of the big file name, I am writing file name as Mario and I am saving it on desktop. So this is how our Mario image is available over here on desktop. Now you can open your Scratch software. Click on this option where it's written upload sprite. Now I saved my image on desktop, hence I am selecting desktop. Select your image and click on open. So this is how your image has added over here and you can use it as a sprite. So over here we can see we have two sprites, Ballerina and Mario. Now the Mario sprite is too big in size. Over here we can see the by default size is 100. You can backspace to delete and you can write any other size of your choice. So let's say I am mentioning size as 60. Similarly, you can see the by default direction of the sprite is 90, which means right direction. So this is all about how to upload a sprite. Similarly, you have option to upload a background picture from internet. So if you want to add any other background picture which is not available in the sprite library but it is available on internet, then you can download that particular background picture in your device and then you can click on upload backdrop to add that background picture. Now, as I mentioned, with the help of blocks available in the palette section, we are going to write a code for our project. So you just have to drag that particular block and drop it over here in the script area. So for example, you have added few blocks by mistakenly and if you want to delete it. So we have two options. The first option is to right click on that particular block and select delete block. The second method is to drag this block and drop it back over here. So by doing this, our block will get vanished. In this
Okay, anyone, any doubt till now? So you saw what all things we can do. We can add a sprite from outside also. So in case if you want to make any game, say like Candy Crush, Mario game, or Subway Surf, so is it possible for us to draw such character by own? No, we cannot paint it, right? It's quite difficult to give that figure look. So what we can do, we can download such pictures from internet. You can put it in your laptop and you can upload that picture as a sprite in the Scratch software. So it is giving you so much of flexibility. In fact, you can add your character also. You can add your photo also in that and make a game using that. Isn't it interesting? Yes or no? Are you guys liking it? Are you guys planning to make something, any kind of a game? Any ideas coming in your mind that I can make such things? I can make such things. Anyone? Anyone is having any kind of a doubt, children? Yes. So you can add such characters on your own by downloading from the internet. Okay, you all know how to download the image and save it in your computer desktop. Everyone knows it. Okay, that's great. Same way you can add a backdrop also. If you want any image as a background, say if you want a river image or a mountain image in the background, so you can download such pictures from internet and set as a background also. So sprite and background, you can set it however you wish. Okay, everyone clear? Also the size of the sprite. See, when we downloaded the Mario character size was quite bigger, right? So you can set it to any required size. You can set the direction, you can set the size also. We'll see everything in more detail. Okay, so till now anyone have any doubt, questions, you can raise your hand. Please children, one request. See, all this thing you are right now just listening, you will forget it. So it's a request, go home, download the scratch software and do all this thing. All these videos which you are learning in the class, it is available on the website. We are going to upload all the quiz and the videos over there. You can refer it by creating your own account over there. Okay, so today also after the class we are going to share that link where you can create your account, and all the videos will be available over there. So at home you can read, you can just check these videos and make your own games. You can start practicing this thing. Okay, everyone clear? It is going to be a very much fun. You will love doing this in your free time. Okay, okay, let's start now. We go ahead. I'm again sharing the screen. We'll move further. Okay.
We will see how each and every block from different palette section will affect the appearance or will affect the movement of our sprite. The very first palette is motion palette. If we will click on the motion palette, we can see there are few blocks available in blue color. The very first block is move 10 steps. If we want this cat to move some steps forward, we have to drag this block and we have to drop it here in the script area. In order to maximize your script area, we can see there is a plus sign. We just have to click on it to make it little bigger. We have added one block here in the script area. In order to execute this, we just have to click on this once and we can see the cat is moving 10 steps ahead. Instead of 10 steps here, we can add 30, 40 steps also. It's trial and error method. We can try with different numbers also. So if I'm adding move 30 steps, it is taking longer steps. It is going little more forward. So this is how using move 10 steps blocks, we can make our sprite to move forward. Now what if we want, in order to make this character, in order to make this sprite move backward, our coordinate has to be negative. As we all know, the stage area is made up of few coordinates or few pixels. The horizontal line represent x-axis and vertical line represent y-axis. The limits for x-axis are, on extreme left-hand side it's minus 240, on extreme right-hand side it's plus 240. Hence, whenever we want the character to move little backward, whenever we want our sprite to come backward, our coordinate has to be negative. So here I am writing minus 40. If we will click on this, we can see the sprite is coming backward. So this is how move 10 steps block help us to move our sprite forward as well as backward. Now if you want to delete this block, you just have to right click on it and you can select this delete option. Now whenever we want the sprite to go forward and backward together, then we have to select this move 10 steps block 2 times. So we will drag one move 10 steps block and then we will select the second move 10 steps block. And this is how we have to join it together. So this is called as snapping. So computer will go for the first block, and once the first block is done, the computer will check for the second block. So this is a sequential programming. So first move 10 steps block to move our sprite forward, and second move 10 steps block is to move our sprite backward. Hence in the second block we will write minus 10 steps. Now let's check whether it's working or not. For that I am just clicking on this option, but nothing is happening. It is not moving at all. The reason is here the sprite is moving forward as well as backward, but the process is too fast and our eyes are not able to capture that movement. It is happening within a fraction of seconds. Hence, we need to add some wait or delay in between of two blocks. Hence, we will go to the control palette and from there we will select wait 1 second block. We will drag it and we will keep it in between of these two blocks. So first, sprite will go forward for 10 steps. It will wait for 1 second and then it will come backward for 10 steps. Let's see. If we will click on this, it's going forward and coming backward. You can increase the number of steps also. So let's say I'm writing move 50 steps and move backward minus 50 steps. Let's see. It's going forward and coming backward. In order to delete this, we will right click on it and we will delete it. Or else you can just drag it and you can keep it back here in the block section. So it will go away. So this is how it will go away. Now let's go to motion palette again. The next block is
Till here, understood? So we started with the basic thing. We gave a command to our sprite to go little forward and to go little backward. You understood what is coding exactly now? You're understanding? Whatever instruction you will give, the sprite is going to follow blindly. Same way, our system, our computer, our mobile, everything is made using coding. So whatever you do on your mobile phone, the instruction is given that if user does this, the mobile has to do this. Same way, if I'm making any kind of a game, everything is done using coding. Like you saw the example, we told the sprite to go move 10 step forward. So it went little further forward, right? Now, was it walking the 10 step? Did you see the cat walking 10 step? No, it is actually a 10 pixels. So you all know the number line, right? Everyone knows the number line. In the center, we have 0 number. On the right side, you go, you have +1, +2, +3. On the left hand side, you have the negative numbers, right, everyone? Yes, you can do like this if you know. Okay, that's great. So you have the number lines, right? So when you say move 10 step forward, it is not actually 10 step. It is 10 numbers, 10 pixels it is. Okay, everyone? So you are going the 10 numbers further. If you write go forward 45 steps, so it is like you are going forward 45 numbers. Okay? So wherever it is going, from there you can give the command to go backward also. So if you write go backward by, can you write backward +50? If you write go +50 step, will it go backward or forward? Can anyone raise your hand and tell me the answer? If I write +50, where will it go? Forward or backward? Who wants to answer can raise your hand. I'll give you the option to, unmute. Okay, who's this? Yeah, Yashash Singh. Yes, you can answer. I've sent you request to unmute. Yes, you can answer, beta. Unmute, yes.
Ma'am, I accidentally raised my hand.
Okay, no problem. Anybody wants to answer? If you write plus 50, okay, there is somebody, Army Public School. You can unmute.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, it will go forward.
Yes, very good answer. Perfect. So if you write plus 50, this sprite will go forward, not the backward. If you want to give the command to go backward, you have to write negative numbers because you have to tell it to go behind. So you're reducing that number of steps, right? So that's the reason you write negative numbers. Clear this much? Till here, everything is clear? See, positive negative is important because going ahead we are going to use that everywhere for the turn also, for the going forward backward also. So this is how you give command to move the sprite. Okay everyone, this is, we have just learned to go forward and backward. There are many more things we are going to learn. Okay, clear till here? Now if you write both the things together, forward and backward, could you see any output? No, we couldn't see, right? To see the action you had to write a wait for block in between. Wait for 10, 1 second, half second. You can write n number of seconds, whatever you want. 0.1 second, 0.2 second, you can write any number of steps. Okay, wait for delay, that many seconds it will wait between the two actions. So it will go forward, it will wait for that many seconds, whatever you number you write, and then it will go backward. So you can see the two actions clearly. Okay everyone, understood here? Okay, now whatever block we write it over there on the script area, could you see the output immediately? No, you had to click on that block. Okay, so first you need to click on the block to see the output. There is another way we are going to learn, but right now just to test it immediately, the output, we had to click on the block. Okay, again I'm sharing the screen to move further.
Turn clockwise 15 degrees. So if we will drag this block and if I will click on this, we can see the sprite is taking turn. And the next block is turn anti-clockwise. So if we will click on this, it will rotate in anti-clockwise direction. We can change the number of degrees over here. Instead of 15 degrees, we can add 10 degrees also. So it will rotate clockwise. So it will take a turn 10 degrees in clockwise direction. So this is the use of turn block. Next block is go to random position. So if I'm selecting it and if we will click on it, we can see every time when I'm clicking on this block, sprite is going to any random position. And the second block is go to XY block. Here we can see go to X minus 61 and Y is 152. So here we have option to specify the X and Y coordinate. So let's say right now the live position of my sprite is visible over here. We can see the live X coordinate of this cat sprite is minus 61 and live Y coordinate of the cat sprite is 152. If I want cat should stay somewhere here, so first we will drag our cat wherever we want. Then we can check for the X and Y coordinate. So now the X coordinate is 187. So here I am writing 187 and Y coordinate is minus 122. So here I am mentioning the same coordinate. Now let's put this sprite anywhere else. And if we will click on this option, we can see sprite is going to that particular location properly. So this is how by mentioning X and Y coordinate, we can ask our sprite to go to that particular location. In go to random position block, sprite will go to any random location, and in go to XY block, sprite will go to specific X and Y coordinate. Now here, if I want my sprite to appear exactly at the center location, then as we all know, whenever we want sprite to appear exactly at the center location, both X and Y coordinate has to be 0. Hence here I am mentioning X coordinate as 0 and Y coordinate as 0. So let's click on this block. See, sprite is going to center position properly. Now let's delete this block. The next block is glide 1 second to random position. So let's click on this and see what happens. If we are clicking on this, it is going to another position, but we can see the actual animation, how slowly it is moving from one position to another position, and it is going to other position very random. Here we are not specifying any position. And the next block is glide 1 second to x and y coordinate. So if our sprite is somewhere else and if we are clicking on this option, we can see it is gliding from one location to another location, and that location is fixed. Using this x and y coordinate, we can fix the particular location. So let's say I want my sprite to glide extreme top right corner. So first we will keep our cat wherever we want. We have to keep it to the destination, and then we can look for the x and y coordinates. We will write same x and y coordinates over here. So let's say x coordinate is 206, y coordinate is 142. Now we will keep this cat anywhere else and we will click on this option. So we can see it is gliding properly to the specified location. So this is how the difference between glide and go to block is. In glide block, it will go from one location to another location very smoothly. We can see the movement, how it is going slowly. The animation we can see. In go to block, it will directly jump from one location to another location. Now in glide block, if we will increase the number of seconds it is gliding, let's say instead of 1 second, if I will ask it to glide for 6 seconds, let's see how it works. We can see it is gliding very slowly. And if we will decrease the number of seconds, let's say I am writing 0.3 seconds. And if I will click on this, we can see it is gliding so fast. So by increasing the number of seconds, sprite will move very slowly, and by decreasing the number of seconds, the sprite will glide very fast.
Yes, children. So clear a little bit more. So here now what we have learned more is after move step, move was just going left and right, forward and backward, right? Now you can turn also. Did you see the turn blocks? You can turn clockwise direction, you can turn anti-clockwise direction. You know what is the meaning of clockwise and the anti-clockwise? How the clock moves, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, this direction is called as a clockwise. And if you are moving opposite side towards the left hand side, that is called as a anti-clockwise. Okay, everyone clear with this? So you can write the number of degree you want to turn. Everyone knows the word degree, right? 0 degree, 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree. You rotate it. Everyone knows the 90-degree angle. Right angle is a 90-degree angle. Everyone knows it, right? So you turn it based on your requirements. If you want to turn from this angle to this angle, you are turning 90-degree. If you want to turn half circle, you are turning 180-degree. You are aware about this term, everyone? Anybody who doesn't know the term? I guess Jatin Sharma is raising hand. Any doubt, Jatin Sharma? I'll just unmute. Yes, you can unmute Jatin Sharma.
मैम
Any
वो
doubt?
आई रोबोट मैम लिंक नहीं मिला था अभी तक.
अच्छा, आपको लिंक नहीं मिला है? ओके, आई विल टेल अमित सर टू शेयर अ प्रॉपर लिंक विथ यू. ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम. Okay, so again we'll share the link today. In case somebody is not got, we'll share the link again today, and please go for it. Okay, now on the stage you saw that the sprite was moving to some random coordinates. See, on the stage the sprite is moving, it is not moving randomly. We are following a proper coordinate system. It has to go to some particular coordinate. Okay, same way if you have to go somewhere, yeah, like from our house you have the school distance, right? It can be 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer, some distance is there between your home and the school. You are traveling accordingly. Same way, if you want to move your sprite from one point to another point, you have to define the coordinates. You have to tell where it has to go. Everyone knows the term coordinate, x and y coordinates. You have learned in the mathematics, x position and the y position. X coordinate are the horizontal number line. You know the number line, right? Horizontal number line is called as the x coordinate, and the vertical number line is called as a y coordinate. It is very simple. Center where x and y axis are matching, that is 0 0 location. X coordinate is 0 over there, and the y coordinate is also 0. As you move further on the right hand side on the horizontal axis, you have the positive coordinates for the x axis, and the left hand side is negative coordinates. Same for the y-axis, which is vertical position. On the top side, you have the positive numbers, +1, +2, +3 for the y-axis, and on the bottom side, you have the negative numbers, that is -1, -2, -3 for the y-axis. Okay, so x and y position you have to define to move the sprite. Now, what is the maximum limit of that sprite to move? So it has a limitations. So area for it, the sprite can move on the x-axis is +240 to -240. Maximum you can write the coordinate is +240 on the right hand side. Left hand side it is -240. Understood for the x-axis? For the y-axis vertical, it is little smaller compared to the x-axis. So vertically, it is +180 degree to +180 coordinate to -180 coordinate. Clear, everyone? So you have to mention this much area only to move the sprite, because stage area is only that much distance. Okay, you cannot, if you write more numbers, it won't go outside. It is going to stay in the stage on the corner of the stage. Okay, if you write 500 coordinate, it will not go outside the stage. It is going to stay on the corner only. Whatever is the maximum coordinate it can go. Everyone clear till now? How to move forward, backward, and the turn. Okay, so I guess time is up. Please go home and open the link and follow the steps. You can refer all the videos which you have learned in first class and the today's class. Okay, everyone. So we are going to share the link again after today's class. Okay. Have a nice day, everyone. Take care.